Welcome to our English channel on YouTube. Our today's topic is a simple topic. This topic is the use of the word hello. Hello is a greeting word, we all know that. But what happens when someone says to you hello? What is he or she trying to say to you? The person who says to you hello is just greeting you, nothing more, nothing less. And what do you say in return is hello, as simple as that. The wrong part of the greeting hello is when someone says hello to you and you reply hello. How are you? How is your day? How are you keeping? It is not necessary. Why? Hello is a greeting, and how are you is an interrogative word. How is your day is an interrogative word. You expect someone's privacy to be disposed right before you, to be explained to you, but your intention is to greet the person. We mix two words together. Greeting of hello is as simple as hello, and the reply is hello. Now if you say how are you and how was your day, you are asking the person privacy to tell you how he or she feels about his life, about his problems, and about his convenience and inconvenience. That is interrogative. It is not necessary to use hello and how are you at the same time. Therefore, let's try to avoid using hello and how are you keeping, how is your day is not necessary. You see, some people avoid the time taken to greet and prolong the greeting. And hello is as simple as hello. It brings convenience to people who are so busy with their daily life. But it is important to greet one another because it's a good sound in life. But if you say hello, remember you are only greeting the person. Don't say anything more than that. It's not necessary. But if you are tired of hello and your intention is to say a better word, hello is a better word, but if you want to say some modern word, we should believe it's modern to you because we are all familiar with hello. So we want to say something else instead of hello. It's far better to say how do you do. How do you do is the same like hello. It have no difference. And the reply or respond to how do you do is how do you do. Short and simple. So let's avoid creating obstacles for others. There are people who have no time to explain problems, to explain in detail, and we go on greeting and we decided to say something else or add something else. You do not mix interrogative words with a greeting word. It is not necessary. So please, hello is simple, but if you want it more standard, say how do you do. How do you do is not so familiar, or we are not so familiar with it, but if you want to learn it, it is easy. You can get used to it because it's a common word. So learn how to greet the simplest way possible so that we can go on with what we want to as much better as we can. Thank you for that. And the next topic that I would like to discuss here is about English. Let's be very, very mindful and careful with the English word. English is not a language to play with. English is very, very difficult language and complicated language. You may not agree with me, but what we speak verbally is different from what is on the paper. You see why sometimes we complicate our life into legal matters, into court cases? It's because what we say, if it comes to writing, you cannot change it. You give a remark, but if you write it on the paper, there is no way you can replace any word. The English sentence have what we call tenses, and these tenses have specific functions we call duty that they need to perform when you construct an English word English sentence, where you put what and how you put it where matters a lot. So what happened? If you say something and later deny, it is easy. When you just say it verbally to somebody, it was not recorded, it was not written on paper. But why if someone chose to write it without your consent, or to record without your consent, and you find yourself on the wrong side of the law? Let it be least matter, let it be criminal case, let it be simple offending someone through words. You might take it not so much serious, but if you go further beyond where you expect, you will be on the wrong side of the Lord, and you have to pay the penalty. So when we construct English, or we speak English, we must do it appropriately. If you need advice or you need help from someone concerning something that is written on the paper and you cannot read properly, you are not sure 100% what is written is what you meant, meet somebody who is hired or more advanced than you to help you and explain to you what is written here, so that in case problem comes, you can change. Because if you put signature on any writing, English is not as simple as we might think it is. No, it is not. And there is no one who will tell you, I am 100% perfect. Let it be English or any languages for that matter. Any of the 5 or 4 or 6 languages for that matter. No one will tell you, I'm 100% perfect. I cannot make mistake. But the point here is, we all make mistake. We are all subject to mistake. We are human beings. But you must learn to familiarize yourself with the language you speak most, the language you understand most, the language you love most. It can be our mother tongue, it can be any other languages for that matter. Among all languages, it could be any language for that matter. But what you do is try to familiarize yourself with the language, so that when you say something, you know what it means. There are differences between people who just speak and those who speak what they speak, knowing very well they have made mistake, because we are all liable to our mistake, and we are all subject to mistake making, and we have to agree that we can be rectified anytime. But there are those who know very well they have spoken something which is wrong, because talking and writing are two different things. So when you say it and you make the mistake, I may understand what you said, and I wouldn't mind much about the mistake. Even as I speak, it's possible I make a mistake. But when I put down my words on the paper, I must check and verify the mistake before I submit, or before I conclude, or before I signature that document, or whatsoever piece of paper that is made by me. Otherwise, I may realize late. So those who knows what they have said, and because it was just a verbal conversation, they may not take it for granted. Why? Because it's just a conversation. But if it come legal problems, they might be implicated and they might deny it. They might reject somebody's word that they didn't say so, except this is recorded. And today, modern technology we have, even recording can be fabricated. So let's put recording aside, because let them use as recording as an excuse. But it happens. The best is, if you know something, try to familiarize with it. And English is not about speaking heavy vocabularies. It is beautiful if you do, but if you don't place the vocabularies within the sentence where it belongs, you are wasting your time, because it brings no meaning. So if you know vocabularies which are very heavy, very beautiful, sound with the best way you want, it is fine. You can put it in your English language because you want people to admire how you speak. But the problem is, you should know the position of English when you are constructing those tenses within the English. Those preposition, those adjective, those pronoun, those whatsoever that involve English, its sentence, its part of speech, you must know how to put them. Otherwise, you are making a mistake. And I want to tell you one thing. At times, people say English, there is a wrong words, there is a bad words. There is no bad word in English. There is only a wrong words in English. And what makes the word wrong is not the English words or the sentence itself. It's how you construct the English and how you position the tenses in the part of speech within the English constructed on the paper or spoken or on a speech basis. But if you do put it right, you cannot find an English word which people say is wrong. I hear sometimes people saying, don't say how are you, or don't say sorry. I don't want to speak about sorry now. I will come there in a later stage. But there is nothing wrong with the word sorry. There is a secret behind that word, which we shall expose when the right time comes. So let's be mindful how we speak our English or whatsoever language. It could be Japanese, it could be Chinese, it could be Arabic. One, you know it very well. I believe you will speak it. Whether it is fluently or it is in the standard or non-standard, but you will know what you said and where you put what way, because it's what matters most. That is my little lecture for you tonight concerning the English construction when we are speaking English. Let's know how to construct and let's contact people who can help us so we can do better. But you need to familiar with the words, familiar with the language. Speak it whenever you want to speak. Because when we talk, you say it and your saying is out. You cannot withdraw it back. It's not possible. Yes, people contradict people. I didn't say this, I didn't say that. Oh, that is possible. But that is not what matters most. The legal part of it, the leasing part of it, the contract part of it, the agreement part of it, workplaces, and other places that concern documents. If it is done and is not done properly, you find yourself where you cannot sort out the problems anymore. Why? Because it is too late. And others take advantage, because we take advantage upon ourselves to create obstacles that make things difficult for us. We do not read through documents, through whatsoever paperwork given to us, because we feel, no, it's okay, you must go through. But if you find it difficult, don't be ashamed to ask those who can help you. This is what we need to know about English. Let's leave the vocabulary stories for next time. But we need to know very well that it's not our mother tongue. Yes, it is a beautiful language, but it is a very complicated language, a very complex language, very difficult language. If you break it down to find someone who speaks 100% with no mistake, it's not easy. And if he or she does, when he sits on the paper to write, you will see there's be a lot of mistakes. So thank you. That is what we need to discuss tonight about English. The next time we will discuss about sorry and what is behind sorry. Why people often say, don't say sorry, bring another word. It's an apologetic word, I know very well. There is no second word to sorry. Sorry is sorry. And there is no substitute word for sorry. There are other ways we use sorry, but it does not qualify sorry. Because sorry is one word. It is only used when you are guilty, when you are liable for something, when you want to apologize for wrongdoing, whether intentionally or not intentionally. As I said, it will be best for us to discuss another day, because I want to expose something very much in a way that some might not like it and some might like it. But the truth is, when we discuss here, let's go deeper to make things easy than leaving it halfway and jump to next story. That will be a big topic that we shall discuss. I just break it down a little bit just to throw light on. But I know for sure the day we shall discuss sorry, some people might not like my definitions and my explanation. But I will mean not to offend anyone. And I will do the best I can to make sure we get clarity on that word sorry. Thank you for listening. You can keep on subscribing, send in suggestions. We are here to listen to you, and we will try our best to help our new generation to help them improve their standard of learning. This is a very difficult time for education. So we want to do our best. Do your best to show us our interest, that you are interested in watching what we do, what we say, and how we say it, and correct us when possible, so that we can be able to improve ourselves while we are advancing others who need the little we have in our brain, to turn it over to them so that they can become someone better than us tomorrow. Thank you for subscribing. On to me.